All right. Hello, everyone. Good to be here. Good to see everyone on the call today, on the Zoom. We got 286 people on, so those are good numbers. Thank you for tuning in on this. Well, for us, it's Saturday evening. We're 6 hours ahead of East Coast time here in Cyprus, and morning for Pacific Coast, morning for all of USA. And there's other people on the call. I'm sure we have some people from New Zealand and Australia and Europe. So it's good to be here. So this call is actually a call or a meeting we've been doing for over 3 years now, and we started October 2021, I think it was. Yeah, somewhere around that time. We had a few people on our call, less than 10. And the call was about getting involved in crypto. And so the call was really about learning about the blockchain, learning about, anyway, okay. So, all right. So let's get back to what I was saying. So a little bit over 3 years ago, we said we're going to start a community. And so every Saturday was sort of getting together as a community, learning all the different things that are happening in crypto. And so every weekend we cover different topics, and then we sort of got into these different platforms that promises passive income. And throughout that time, we kind of figured out that most of those platforms that promise passive income were basically scams. So we sort of learned a lot together. And when we started, we said, in 3 to 5 years, we want to figure out a way to have our community all succeed together. And we also said that as a community, we'll grow strong together, and then we will be offered to launch companies together as a sort of community of crypto enthusiasts. And the community would grow in size and importance so that we would have famous people speak at our events. And again, we would launch companies and then find that ultimate success. 3 to 5 years. So we put that out there because there's sort of a misconception, or I think what happens is that there's so many people trying to sell us stuff, and they promise us the world, and those promises are unrealistic promises as far as, yeah, we're gonna, every person that signs up with us is gonna get rich within, 3 to 6 weeks. And everyone probably knows the reality of that's a long shot, but we're also sort of, we can get charmed by these things, and we want to believe it. So maybe we join in and cross our fingers and hope. So 3 to 5 years seem to be a reasonable amount of time for us to sort of figure things out. And so when we started, we were going into what we call like a bull market. Bull market is when like all the coins were going up. And so it was a lot of fun because we would buy these coins, and then we'd see them the next week and the week after that, they would increase in price, and everybody felt like, we got this thing. We know what we're doing. We're like really good at this. And then something happened called the bear market, where everything that we owned and had was losing value and continued to lose value. Usually what happens is that the community at that point will start to fall apart, sort of disintegrate, because you know, we sort of start throwing in the towel and decide, well, this isn't going to work for us. You know, this isn't good. And the crypto industry isn't as good as I thought it was. And we were going to all get wealthy and rich, you know, by doing this. And then everybody's just getting wrecked, you know. And now it's like we're here. And we lived through those hard times and we learned so much together. And we're on that third year. And what happened was we found this company and did all our research and, you know, was a little bit in disbelief, like, because I was on the island of Cyprus and what I was looking at looked to me like it could be this amazing company that could grow into becoming one of the biggest crypto companies in the world. But it's hard to believe that you just happen to stumble across something so amazing. And then now here we are. This last week, our company was featured in many, many publications across the United States, and Forbes being one of them. We're here, we're entering into, yeah, I saw some applause there. Yeah, it is actually, we're not going to have any recordings here outside of us. Sorry. We cannot record our content. So anyway, so now I've been sort of looking at the market. The market is exploding and I've been buying tokens and it's like back to what it was 2.5 years ago. And so we're now also in a perfect place with the company that we have been working with now for over 2 years, Miracle Cash and more. And I understand there's going to be some of you there that got involved with us and put your hard-earned money behind this company because you had a feeling or you saw what you liked, what you saw, you sort of said, okay, I think this is going to be something really special. But you weren't here 2.5 years ago, so you haven't had the experiences that we've had as we've been in this community together for, you know, 3 years now. So you haven't been knocked around. You haven't lost money on some deal. You know, you haven't been wrecked, as they say in crypto. So you're sort of, you know, it's like we wear the medal of being wrecked together. It gives you another level of wisdom if you survive it and you stick with it. Anyone that you see, if you were to go to YouTube and just say crypto influencers and you start following them and watch them, trust me, every single one, if they have something to say, have been wrecked, which means they've lost money on some kind of deal they did. And they probably have lost a lot of times. But if you survive that, then what happens is you learn something, and this industry can make you rich. There's, from what I'm hearing, because Bitcoin's been increasing in value and the market's been moving, there's like tons of millionaires being made every single day right now because the market and the values of these coins are increasing. I've seen coins that have already done 30x, 30 times the money. You put 1,000 in, you have 30,000 2 weeks later. That's what's going on right now. So today I wanted to, because I do understand that there's a lot of us that are involved that haven't navigated crypto at all. You don't even have a wallet. You've never sent crypto. You've never received crypto. So it's one of those things that you sort of have to now learn. And in this industry, whatever the project that you plug into and that you get involved in, they don't talk to you. They don't have a phone number. You know, it's a website, it's a smart contract, It's some sort of application that you literally just sign into and you have to figure it out. Like they're not there to teach anyone. So one of the things is I am going to go through some things today, but understand this, whatever it is that you want to do, they teach it on YouTube. How to download MetaMask, how to install MetaMask, how to. They have it there. And it's step by step, step by step. Now, you're going to be hitting your head against the wall a little bit, like I did in 2015, and I had no idea what I was doing. And back then, no one else did either, as far as like, I had no friends. I had no one to turn to find out how to do something. So it could be something that I was doing. It took 3 days for me to figure it out. And also I made mistakes, you know, and I still talk about the biggest mistake that I made, which was I didn't save my key phrase for a wallet that I was using, and then my computer crashed. And to this day, there's 27 Ethereum sitting in that wallet that I cannot reach. Now, Ethereum was $4,000, you know, a few days ago. So take 27 times 4,000, and now understand that was my lesson. But it motivates me as well because I now have to do so well that $100 and something thousand is not going to change my life, or it's not something that, you know, I'm going to lose sleep over. Okay, so in a way, that mistake taught me to never make that kind of mistake again. So one of the things that you should know, that you could, in this industry, you could buy something, some tokens, and you could spend $150 on them, and it's not a big deal. And you put them in a wallet, and you wrote down the special password somewhere and put it, you know, in a pile of whatever, and it's $150. 2 years later, you find out that token has increased by 10,000%, and your 150 is now $150,000 or more. And you start looking through your paperwork to find that password that you wrote down somewhere that you don't have anymore. And I've been on the phone with a friend of mine who had many Bitcoins in a wallet, and he was literally turning his entire house upside down to find that password and could not find it. So in not so long, if you're a Phoenix owner, there may be some actions that you will be taking. And this week, there will be some communication going out. And it's important that you pay attention, because there's going to be things for you to do that will be, you're going to go into a space now of responsibility, right? So crypto is all about responsibility. So you'll have a wallet. No one else has your password. What did you do with it? Where did you put it? How did you secure it? Kathy's on the call today. She had to rush out of her house within minutes because there was a fire coming towards them. And she literally grabbed her device where she had all of her passwords, and you know, a great deal of crypto wealth in a device. And she had to like dive out of her house and dive into her car to get out of there. So understand that it's not like a bank where if something happens, they got you, you know, they know exactly how to have you access your accounts. And, you know, no, this is different. So this is about responsibility about learning how to do something, maybe being super frustrated because you just can't get it, Trust me, I've been there. I've been trying to do something for several days and couldn't figure it out. And then someone that I talked to, or someone referred me to someone that told me, oh, you just got to do this, this, and that. And then, oh, was that it? So one of the things, so let's start getting into some nuts and bolts here. So you can keep your crypto in, say, miraclecash.com. And when you have it there, when you have it in what's called the centralized exchange, that exchange does have access to the crypto. And it is not under your control. To a certain degree, it's a similar thing like having money in a bank account. Now, what people love about the blockchain and crypto is that it allows you to have full control of your assets, which means no one else on the planet can touch it as long as you keep it safe and you don't give anyone your password. So the rule of thumb is, as much as you can, you want to keep most of your wealth behind and in your own control, in your own wallet. That's the charm and the allure of crypto, is that no one else can access it. So that's then called a decentralized wallet. And the way you know that you have full control of your coins or your tokens or your wealth is that you have the mnemonic phrase. And the mnemonic phrase is basically 12 different words from 1, or it can be 20 as well, from 1 to 12, 1 to 20. And those words, when you type them into any new wallet anywhere in the world, it will give access to your wallet that you had with those words. Now, a wallet will have 2 passwords. Once you've installed a wallet, it'll have you write down those words on paper, and you store those words on paper off of your devices, because your devices can be accessed by other people. So you never want to save those words in a digital way unless that device is always disconnected from the internet, never access the internet. So once you've installed a wallet and you've done the words and everything, then accessing that wallet on your device or on your laptop, there will be a secondary password. And that is simply just for you to be able to access it from that device. If you lose that password, you could delete the wallet, reinstall it, and then use the words to open up your decentralized wallet. And then you just recreate a new password. So the secondary, or the simple password that's really on your device, that's not the important one. Yes, it's important if someone takes control of your device and they have the password, essentially they can access your money. But if someone finds, say, the password that you have written down on a piece of paper, and more people are going to know what it is, they could take a quick picture of that, and 2 months later, you're minding your own business, you had $50,000 in your wallet, someone had seen it because they were just there, you know, the papers laying around, they take a quick picture of it, and you go into your wallet to find it completely empty, and you would have no idea how it happened. Well, how it happened is that person installed that wallet on their computer, typed in those 12 words, and then boom, your wallet is there. And then they're sending, $40,000 worth of Ethereum to their wallet. And it's gone forever. You'll never see it again. You can't call MetaMask saying, hey, someone stole my crypto out of your MetaMask wallet. I want it back. It doesn't work that way. That being said, and now that I'm scared the living daylights out of you, which I should, and you should be scared, and you should take it serious, and you should make sure that you protect yourself and your wealth with every ounce of your awareness. Because what is about to happen is you will have a lot of value coming to your wallet or your account. And so you treat that account like it already has $1 million in it. So let me do a screen share. So we apologize. Yes, we're going to restart on a new link that has more capacity. Because we've hit capacity at 500 and there's more people that want to get on. And this, I feel this is very important. So Melanie's gonna put the new link. We're gonna put the new link into CWS. We're gonna put the new link into this chat. We're gonna give you a chance to grab it. And then I'm gonna log off and log back on the other on the other Zoom account. So yeah, let's take a minute. Ponder what I've talked about. Write down, if you get a note, get a pen and paper, get some notes, write down on a piece of paper, I will never expose my words to another living soul unless I'm okay with them having all my money. That's the only person that should see your words. If you're okay with them having all your money or being able to take the money, even though you would never know who it was, then they can see your words. If not, don't show your words. And if you feel like you did, that you compromised somehow, get a new wallet. To set up a new wallet, walk away from the old one. Don't take the chance. Okay, did you put in the link? Okay, so I'm gonna jump off here. I'll see everyone on the other Zoom link. All right, we're back. You're not muted. Okay, good. All right, I'm back. Okay. All right, so I spent a great deal of time on.
And I'll merge the two.
Yeah. I spent a great deal of time on what you will do or what you need to do to be careful. And the reason I'm doing that is because, you know, we're all in a position of where we will end up with possibly with a lot of crypto. And I know that on this one, I know that there will be people that will not, they just won't be responsible with this. Right? So understand that it will kick your butt. I have what is the money now? It's $104,000. I can see it. I can take that wallet and go and see it on the blockchain, but I can't access it. And if I had it now, I know what coin to put it in. And by the end of this bull cycle, it'd be $1 million. But I don't have it. And I say that because I just want everyone to understand this. Like, take tomorrow and organize your security, your crypto. Have your 12 words in 2 places, not just one place. Kathy can attest to that. You know, people have had to leave their home and floods and whatever else can happen. So I'm just giving that heads up now. So let's now look at this. So next week, there will be a letter going out, and there's going to be some information coming to everyone. And there's going to be some actions that you will take. So the first thing for everyone to look at is, if you don't have a decentralized wallet, such as a trust wallet or a MetaMask, then there's others that cover other chains, like there's Phantom for Solana, and there's a few of them. Now, Phoenix is going to be on an ERC20 token. So the two wallets that I know that I use, I'm sure there's more, but is MetaMask and Trust. So I am going to just cover really quick how those wallets work. So let me and for those of you who know this stuff, maybe it'll be a refresher for you. So someone's asking about Exodus. Exodus is a decentralized wallet, but it doesn't engage with smart contracts from what I know. I don't think it still doesn't, but it allows you to hold your coins, protect your coins, and you can do some swaps in there depending on where you are in the world. But a MetaMask or Trust wallet, what that type of wallet can do is it can connect to a smart contract, and that's what you're going to need. Once we get the letter out and everything, you'll understand more about that. But that's what you will need to be able to take the action that we are going to teach. So, and I'm doing this, people are always like, well, I prefer this and I prefer that. That's fine. Whatever you prefer, whatever you've heard, or whatever you want to do, you can do. This is, I would say, like a privilege of sorts, because companies do not do this for their clients. But we know and we understand that we've been very, hands-on and on the phone with everyone. And a lot of you have never engaged with crypto up until this point. And now you will. So this is what MetaMask.io website looks like. There's two ways or two places or three, I guess, where you can have a MetaMask. I think you can have it on an iPad as well, but you can have it as a plugin on your browser. So you see up here in the right corner, there's a fox. And so I have, let me move this guy down here. So I have it up here, and the way that you always see it is you click on this little thing that looks like a puzzle, and when you fill in the little pin there, it will show the emblem there. Now, the way that happens is from this website. Maybe I should have gone here before. Maybe it knows that I have one. I don't know.
I can see yours up there.
Yeah, no, I have it, but I'm just going to show, like, for people that are wanting to.
You can do a different browser.
Maybe it's already seeing it. I have one. All right. Well, it's kind of simple. When you go to the website, MetaMask.io, I'm sure people are maybe going there now. It'll have download the plugin, and it allows you to download the plugin, of course. And what it does is it attaches itself to your browser. Now I'm using Brave. If you're using Chrome, you can do that. I'm not so sure if Safari does it. But whatever the browser you have, you'd see the option for that. If it doesn't work with Safari, then of course you would download, whatever browser you use. I think, what is the other one? Godzilla. I haven't used that in forever, but it attaches itself there. While you're installing your wallet, there will be a point where it will give you the words, and it will say, write the words down.
If you open a new profile in Chrome, you can do a new MetaMask if you want. But yeah, it'll ask you all those. You know what I mean? Like you go to Chrome. I use Brave for this, but yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
You can, and you will be able to obviously go to YouTube and see a very easy to follow step-by-step for a download of a MetaMask or a download of a Trust wallet that will be a plugin. Now, if you're someone that's always on your phone, you prefer your phone, now you can do this, you can do everything on your phone. I find myself many times a little frustrated when I do certain things on my phone. Other people, maybe that's what they like and prefer, but sometimes I'll get stuck when I'm doing it on my phone and I switch over to my laptop and it's done in seconds, So if you don't have a computer or laptop, then of course you use your phone. So it's a little bit different navigating MetaMask or Trust on your phone if you're engaging with a decentralized exchange, which is what I'm going to talk about. Now, here's sort of what to expect. You will have downloaded MetaMask either as a plugin or on your phone. And if I go to a drop-down menu of the wallet, then it sort of opens up like this. And up here is my wallet address. Even though it doesn't really matter what token someone is sending me, the address will always be the same. So if you have several different types of coins, it's still going to be the same wallet address for all those coins. So if someone's sending you something, you can simply click on this and it copies to your clipboard. You can paste it into a WhatsApp or whatever, and you could send it to someone, and then they'll have it, and then they can send you whatever it is that they're sending you. Most likely what will happen is on our website, there will be an area where you will go and make a request. You will put in your decentralized wallet into that form and submit. And that will probably happen very soon. So here's one view of the wallet. If you go to these little dots here, you can actually view your account on something called Explorer. It's etherscan.io. What that site does is it has every wallet address that ever existed, and this is the Ethereum chain. So it has every wallet that's ever been created. You can look at it from etherscan.io, and in here will be all the information of every action that you took with this particular wallet. Or if someone sends you their wallet, you can take their wallet address and put it into etherscan.io, and you'll see every transaction they ever did in that wallet. So if you want to know how much someone has in their MetaMask, you can go look at every token and every coin they have, and every time they sent something and every time they received something. There's a history there that it will show you exactly everything. That's the transparency side of the blockchain. Also, when you have your wallet here, you can go to these dots. And sometimes when you're doing something, it's sort of annoying because you'll click onto the wallet, you have some information that you need, and then you go to the website and you start working on the website. This pulls back up, and when you pull it back down, it's gone. So then a better way to do it is you can basically open up. One second here. You can expand the view, which basically puts everything onto a big page here. And so you can go back and forth between this page and whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on. If you have, for instance, someone sent you a token and you haven't added that token to your wallet yet, you will not be able to see what they sent you until they add the token to the wallet. So here, the system or the wallet has a new code, which it tells you that they found a token that you have a balance in your account. And here it's saying, I can import that token so I can see it. So then I import it and it shows up and it shows me that I have 109.9 OAP. And if you're installing, if you've had a wallet on a different device and now you get a new device and you install the MetaMask on the new device, most likely it's not going to show if you had 20 tokens on the old device wallet. It's not going to show those tokens automatically. You have to install those tokens on the new wallet, on the new device to see them again. But they're always going to be attached to your wallet address, and all of that information lives on the blockchain. And it will always be there. It will never not be there. So as long as you have your words, you can open up that wallet on any device at any point in time. 20 years from now, those words will give you access to that wallet and those assets. So it's not about what you have on your device. It's not about what you have on your laptop. It's what you have on that paper with those words. Okay. Let me. Now, I spoke earlier about that the wallet has the ability to connect to a smart contract. So with Miracle, Cash and More, or Phoenix, we are building a decentralized exchange called Leveler. And from what I hear, it's almost done for beta. So we're very excited about that. But a lot of people who are trading and a lot of projects that are launched nowadays, they start and launch only on decentralized exchanges. So a decentralized exchange, they've evolved over time. When they first appeared, they were very clunky. They were very slow. It was very difficult to make trades on them, but the technology continues to get better and better and better. And I've said this before on one of my trainings that a lot of the business is slowly going towards these smart contracts, and they're getting better and better. And what's great about it is you don't have to do KYC. you simply connect your wallet. And here, it shows that I have a balance of 0.74 ETH. And the site knows because it's reading my wallet. Now, if I'm not logged in, it will not be able to connect to the wallet. So if I go to the site, most likely it will have a button at the top saying connect wallet. And when you click that button, I don't know if I can I don't know if I can unconnect. Just put me on 1 second, everyone. I'm trying to see if I can disconnect from there. Maybe if I close this.
From your MetaMask wallet?
No, I'm just trying to see if I can not be connected so I can connect so they can see that. Uni swap. Oh, it automatically connects me. 1 second, I'm going to. All right, there's some things here that I could do it, but I don't want to slow down to do it. But just understand that once you go to the site, the first thing that you would do is have your MetaMask open. If it's open, the site will ask that you connect your wallet to the site. So this site that we're on right now, it's called Uniswap. Uniswap is the most popular and the busiest decentralized exchange in the industry. So if you're there to do something, most likely you have a coin. It could be Ethereum, it could be USDT, or it could be one of thousands of altcoins, as they say. And you will make a trade. You'd want to make a trade. And so the easiest way to do that is do it through what's called a swap. So you're swapping the coin you have for another coin you want. So here it's already defaulted onto Ethereum because Ethereum is the main chain for Uniswap. And I believe now they're also working with BNB, Binance Smart Chain. So you can work with both. So if I'm trying to swap my Ethereum for something else, then I would maybe go in here and look for that other token. Now, and I'll say this right now so everyone understands it. There are so many tokens that have the same ticker. So if you're going on here, for some reason, you're looking to buy a token and you know that the token is ADR. And you go on there and you type in ADR and ADR comes up and you say, okay, that's the one I want. And you make the trade. It could be the wrong ADR. So the way that you would want to do that, or the way that you would want, if it's a token that's not like like a mainstream one and it's a little bit unusual, then you might want to just go to CoinGecko or Coin Market Cap. And here you would look for the token. And down here under info, you'll see that token's contract address. And you would copy the contract address and go back to Uniswap, select token and paste that contract address in here. And then you know for a fact that the beam that you want to buy that's on CoinGecko, one of the top 50 or whatever coins, that's the one. So then you click and it says, and you're always going to have the warning. If it's not on a centralized exchange, the warning's going to be there. There is, I would say, there's a ton of projects out there that you shouldn't be buying. So you need to know what you're buying, obviously. You need to know what you're trading for you to do that trade. And that comes with maybe some experience and maybe a lot of research. And that's sort of how you know that what you're buying is the right thing. So in this scenario, Phoenix will have, say, if you were doing this with Phoenix will have a contract address. And you'll know how to grab that contract address and put that into your wallet. And if you're selling Phoenix, then you would have Phoenix up at the top here. So let's say that Beam is Phoenix. So Beam, and you want USDT, for instance, and let's say that you have, let's say that you have 200,000 Phoenix, for instance, and you're trading them down to USDT, then this is exactly how you would do it. Then if the trade is doable, I don't have any beams, so let me go to maybe ETH and then USDT. So then I have 0.0, let's say it's 5, for instance. Okay. So then it has this big button here that says swap. Now that's the first engagement, but even if you were to click this button, it's not going to fully do the swap. You have to approve that action from your wallet so that you're sure that you're doing it correctly. So I'm doing the swap here. And sometimes these things can change, and maybe I'm doing a trade right now. But usually what happens is, if you see here, it's kind of giving me some information here. Fee is 0.15%, 27 cents. Network cost is the cost on the blockchain. Now, the Ethereum blockchain is very busy right now. So this is called gas fee. So I'm going to do this confirm swap. So now it's communicating with the MetaMask wallet, and it's setting up the swap. And this one last step that it's going to tell me, here's the deal. The fee, which is the gas fee, is going to run you $36.38. The total 210. And so it's the amount plus the gas fee. And then that's the total deal. Now, if I want it, I will confirm. And what happens is ETH leaves my wallet and USDT comes back, replaces my coin, and I've swapped them out. Okay. What's happening is someone out there wants Ethereum and wants to get rid of their USDT, and I'm the opposite of that. The other thing that goes on these exchanges is there's what you call pools, and that is a way that people can participate, not by trading, but providing liquidity. So you can provide liquidity to the exchange, and every time they use your money to make the trades, then they pay you a fee for that. And I just wanted to say, put that in there so everybody understands how these exchanges work. And so this is what you call decentralized finance. And decentralized finance, we can all be the bank. And we can participate in and choosing for others to use your liquidity, and in return for people to use your liquidity, i.e. money, they're paying you a fee for it. And in this world, it's everybody participating and making those decisions based on the deal that they see in front of them. It's not like the old legacy systems where you just go and deposit your money into a bank account and the bank's using it and you get nothing. It sits there, they leverage that money and they're doing banking with it, house loans, home loans, whatever they're doing. And you see nothing of that action, right? So in this world, we can be the bank. And that's really part of, our vision with the company having stores and locations. We call them stores, but they're really crypto centers. And the future of that, what I'm seeing is people walking in going, what do I do with my money? What's the best strategy right now in this particular time with all the different things that are going on? And then there's consultants going, well, we can have you make 15% a year on your money. We can have you make 20% a year on your money, or you can do this, or you can do that. And that's the future that we are looking at. So the two main wallets that people use is Trust, and it's the Trust wallet and MetaMask. And those connect with Uniswap. Then there's another exchange called PancakeSwap. And they sort of do the same thing. But the main chain that PancakeSwap works with is Binance Smart Chain. And the main chain that Uniswap works with is the Ethereum chain. The PancakeSwap and the Binance chain, the thing that's reason why that's popular is because, well, it's a big company, big chain, but the price to make the swaps are much less. There's less gas fee using BSC or Binance chain than Ethereum. Ethereum, however, is the most busy chain still. So you have more liquidity there, you have more action there. So developers are still using that and have sometimes have a preference for working with the Ethereum chain. And the fee issue is being worked on and eventually I'm sure will be resolved. But those are the two sort of main chains. Now you have, and we can maybe look at that really quick. So this training goes a little bit in different directions. But when you look at all coins, let's see here, chains, you define the main chain as a layer 1. And so Ethereum, layer 1, Tron, layer 1, BNB, layer 1, Arbitron, Solana, Avalanche, Polygon. So those, if you were to say, what is that as, you could say it's a coin. So if you own one Solana, you own one Solana coin because it's a layer 1. Then you have projects that are using the main chain, the layer 1, and they create what's called the layer 2, which is they're putting their token on top of another chain. So the features of the chain that they're building on, there's different qualities there. And there's something they care about the speed of the chain, how many transactions they can do. They care about the security. Some chains have what's called outages, and all of a sudden something isn't working and they have to sort of fix it. It's not the end of the world, but you know, the industry does care about whether or not the chain has had any of those outages. So right now there's a lot going on with Solana. The developers that are building our decentralized exchange are big Solana fans. They love that chain, and it's doing really well in this bull market. 4 weeks ago, Solana was $80 a coin. Now it's $191. So these are projects that are working on with Solana, so you can kind of see that. And a lot of the traders will see if the main chain has increased a lot, like Solana has doubled in price, more than doubled in price in 4 weeks, then they look to see what are the projects that are working with Solana that maybe I can buy those coins, because I believe that those coins are going to follow and be worth a lot more. But that I digress a little bit there. Okay. So if we go back to Uniswap. So I guess now the thing that I would recommend is that you download both of these wallets if you don't already have them. You open them up, write down your words, have them ready. If there's something that you don't know or understand about them, you can go to YouTube and just type in show how MetaMask works. And there's going to be someone who will go through every button and every feature on those wallets and explain all of it for you. And you probably won't learn it overnight, but I would say that what I understand is that there's going to be people that will take action, and I believe those people will be very happy by doing that. And maybe spend this week learning how to navigate this. If you have an account where you can buy some coins, I recommend that you would do that. One of the things that you need is you need to have some Ethereum in your wallet to be able to take an action on this exchange. So you would be very good to go and make sure to get some Ethereum into your MetaMask this week. If you don't have it, then you won't be able to take an action here. There's going to be a letter that goes out on Wednesday, and it will sort of unriddle the riddle of which I am today. But I believe that the next 2 weeks are going to be absolutely incredible. And here's the thing, that hypothetically speaking, if you have access to a certain amount of Phoenix, and let's say that there's a way for you to sell Phoenix, then you also have to understand how the market works. So once we go into, say, a market, then the market has a life of its own. And the way that these projects move is all different. We don't know what happens in 5 minutes. No one does. You have people who have very sophisticated trading technology, and they've learned how this happens. If you look to see, this is a token I own. You look to see that during this time here, or let's say it was here, this token, let's say that someone got into this token January 14, 2024, because they said, this is going to be absolutely incredible. This thing is about to go to the moon, and your $100 could turn into $10,000. So they buy it January 14. Then all of a sudden, their $100 is $12. Then their $100 is $8. And they're like, okay, well, that was a non event. And now you're into February, you've had it for 2 weeks. You go into the middle of February and nothing's going on. There's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, $6,000 volume a day, $8,000 volume a day. Nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden something happens. Now your $12 is $28. And now your $12 is $80. And then March 1st, you're back to 100. And March 2nd, you're at 200. And March 3rd, you're at $800 from your $100. And you're like, I'm on top of the world. But you're also going, wow, it's gone up 800% in a very short period of time. Should I take profit? Should you? Well, if you're not too greedy, it's going to benefit you. Because you're thinking $800, they told you that Brett was going to increase by 1,000% or 1,000 times. But you have your 800 and you're thinking, well, if I sell $200 worth, I essentially have doubled my money and I still have $600 sitting in Brett. That could be a very good way to play it safe, because any of these projects that are out there are absolutely risky on one side of things. On the other side of things, there's people who have put $100 into these coins and they're sitting on $40,000 accounts right now because they bought something in January when no one was buying anything. Well, some people were buying, the smart people were buying in January, even though the market hadn't started moving yet. Now, this person, let's say that this person is smart and sells off $200. Now $200 sits in USDT, and essentially they've taken twice as much out, but they still have $600 worth of Brett. And now boom, 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 it falls back down. Now they're sitting with $50 worth of Brett, and then boom, this happens. Up. And if you look at this graph, you can't relate to the emotion that happens when your account goes from 1,000 to 200. If you've never been through that before, when your account goes from 1,000 and it's at 200, you're sitting at 200 feeling like you made a mistake. You should have sold your Brett at 1,000. At 200, you're going, well, I mean, it could go to 50. It could go to 10. And I screwed up, right? And then it's, boom. Now, all of a sudden, here, if someone bought $100 here, I would say if you did the math on this, probably someone's doing it, but it's probably $40,000 or $50,000, if not more. And, they could have sold along the way. So maybe the psychology of this is sell a little bit along the way, play the safe game with that you want this amazing, huge payoff. Now, if you're sitting on, I don't know, 200,000 or 400,000 Phoenix, then Phoenix could have this crazy up and down chart, just like all the other coins. And so for you, then it's sort of going, you could rush on to Uniswap and just, I'm going to sell it and I'm going to get my money. I'm going to get it in my pocket and I'm good. And I sold it for whatever the number is, 5 cents. And then 2 weeks later, it's 20 cents. And you went, oh man, my 5,000 could have been 20,000, or my 500 could have been 5,000, or my this could have been that, could have been this. There's no way to know these things. The thing that we know as far as what our plans are is we're building, in our, biased opinion, of course, we're building an amazing coin and project. And over time, there is no way but up for our coin. But can we prevent this stuff? No, we can't prevent it. We are going to do some amazing things to, make sure that this project is represented and that we have a coin that goes up. The timing right now is impeccable. We are coming out of because the way the market usually moves is Bitcoin moves first. And people have their money in Bitcoin. More than 50% of the total liquidity of all of crypto sits in Bitcoin. So when the Bitcoiners have their accounts, because it's been a year or whatever, since Bitcoin was at the bottom, maybe a little bit more than that. So if you go a year back on Bitcoin, yeah, 28,000, there was 27. And so a little bit more where it was at the bottom, which was like 15, 16,000. But so these accounts have kind of exploded. And there's some people sitting on millions and millions of dollars. And they know that Bitcoin goes first, then the other coins come after. They do move, but there's something called Bitcoin superiority, whatever. Then you have alt season. And what's happening is basically those who hold millions and millions of dollars in Bitcoin are starting to sell off some Bitcoin to buy into these other smaller projects. And in that market, it's not always about how solid the project is. There's something called meme coins where everyone knows that these meme coins are going to go to zero again. Like I showed you, Brett, there's a possibility that that token will go to $1 billion valuation and then back down to 50 million valuation. But they're trading them anyway because they want to ride that ride up. And the one who gets, comes in at the wrong time, the retailers, they come in the wrong time, they all get wrecked. And then they say, I hate crypto, it's the worst thing ever, right? But the fever of people making money is going to attract the populations that are out there. And every time we go through this, more people join in and they get their first experience with crypto, which is basically probably they'll get wrecked. So what I'm saying is that when you get a chance to go onto the market and let go of a certain amount of Phoenix, then it's going to be up to you how you play that. You can go straight there and just go, I'm going to get rid of it, I'm going to sell it, I'm going to take my USDT and I'm going to send my USDT to my Miracle Visa card and I'm going to go to the ATM, I'm going to pull money out of that. And I don't care if the price goes up the next day, whatever it is, I'm just going to get it. Yeah, you could do that. Or you could say, I'm going to sell 20% of it day one. Then I'm going to hold 80 and I'm going to watch it. and then I'm going to sell another 20%, maybe at some point where it looks like it's doing well or whatever. There's a million strategies to do, and I can't give you the strategy. I can't tell you what you should and shouldn't do. It's now going to be in your hands. And if if a ton of us go there the same day and everyone's dumping, it's going to affect the price, because there's going to be a lot of Phoenix available, and you might not have enough buyers that are there that day, right? So as a collective, maybe you should think about that as a collective to say, maybe we all shouldn't just dump it all day one. Maybe we should kind of play a game. Maybe we should be connected. Maybe we should talk. Maybe we should say, hey, let's do 5, let's do 10%, let's do this, let's do that. Maybe we can work together. Some people won't. Some people will just want to just sell it off, right? So I'm not expecting that that's going to work so well, because at the end of the day, everybody's got to take care of their household, their family, and whatever. But I'm just putting it out there as a collective awareness to have. It will continue, and there will be definitely kind of a breakdown. And so I'm going to let a cat out of the box a little bit. There's some changes to the way that we're doing things because of regulatory concerns, because we looked at some of the things that we were doing, and we had that discussion and meeting with our lawyers, and they said, well, that may not be the best way to do things. It could be looked on as not the right way to do it. So there's going to be some changes from what we've shared, and they will all be in the letter on Wednesday. And then I'm going to be back next week, and we'll maybe have, another sort of session on this. Maybe Melanie, you can put out a question form so that we can answer questions next week. But from then until now, from now until then, get yourself a decentralized wallet, get some Ethereum into that wallet. Cash App is a very easy place to buy Bitcoin. So you can buy Bitcoin there, and you can swap your Bitcoin maybe in an Exodus wallet. Now I'm talking pretty advanced stuff. But these are the things, and this is the time where, you sort of have to mature into the person that you're becoming. Because I believe that we're close to the thing that we've been talking about, where people will, have access to more money than they ever had before. It's like a new thing. And I hope you've been working on yourself as far as programming goes, that you wake up every morning saying, I'm a wealthy person, I'm a successful person, there's nothing that I can't do, and I will protect my wealth, and I will work that reality of wealth into more wealth, and I will be smart with my money. I will be smart with what I have. And I will leave the old behind, and I will start a new, and that new we will all work on. We had one additional thing that we talked about as CWS, which was NBA, not the basketball league, but never broke again. And being broke or not, having money is a state of mind. And, I heard that before when I didn't have it. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's not a state of mind. It's a state of, I don't have anything in my bank. So I didn't get it. But there's a subconscious conversation that you have with yourself on a daily basis that make you do things a certain way. And for the longest time, I was doing things the wrong way. And I couldn't see a way out of that behavior until I had a bankruptcy. And when I had a bankruptcy, I said, you know what? I'm going to stop pretending that I have more money than I actually have. I'm going to live below my means. I'm going to save my money and I'm going to be smart. I'm done with this type of a life. And from there, I found a way to have a surplus of money at the end of the month. Instead of having bills at the end of the month or beginning of the month, I had money coming in the beginning of the month. And it's just because I changed the way I was thinking. Take this to heart, everyone, that most of the people who win the lottery end up broke. They end up broke because of how they think, not because of something that happened to them. So just start to, I would maybe every morning tell yourself who you are going to be now, and make sure that you start looking at that, because if more people, 90% of people who win the lottery end up broke, then there's a 90% chance that will happen to us unless we are aware of that and we do everything to not be that story. So where are we at now? I know, okay, I knew we were going to go a little bit long. I wanted to give maybe Ray an opportunity. If he had something to add, he always has some good wisdom to share with everyone. So Ray, are you able to unmute or?
Yeah, Micah, can you hear me?
Yes, so let me stop.
All right. Now, did you warn everyone that they're going to be quizzed and they have to get a 90% or above to pull out their Phoenix?
I was just going to have that be like a shock.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay, so you're not announced it yet. Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was just, okay. Today is a quiz, and then you just see the numbers drop from 600 to like 35.
There you go. It's called weeding it out. No, I know that was a lot of information. Hopefully everyone was taking copious notes. Even if you're taking copious notes, I mean, this is one of many calls that we're going to have as we get closer and closer to, not a big day, but a big month, a big quarter, But I will say, I know a lot of people are messaging myself, Melanie, Raquel, and about the event. And we're going to have a huge announcement coming up. Okay, we've been working really hard behind the scenes. We've made a few changes, but a lot of people are going to be excited. So that is coming up.
The changes are better.
Yes, 10 times better.
The better position that people will be in. There's some things that I don't know yet, that I won't know until this week, but the changes are in a positive direction.
Yeah, so when we do have that call, we want to fill that call. We want at least 1,000 people on that call, because it's going to be somewhat of first come, first serve. We'll get into that. We'll explain everything on that call, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be very exciting, but the timing is going to be awesome with everyone, starting to put money in their pockets and whatnot. What else, Melanie? I feel like I'm forgetting one major thing. And that'll probably be, that announcement call will probably be hopefully maybe by the end of this week. Okay, so look out for that. As soon as you see it, throw it out to your teams, get everyone the call. That is all I have. I know we went over, but yeah, I mean, start everything we've been in practice with since we started CWS about 3 years ago is coming through. It's coming into. Sounds like somebody was drowning. Okay, hopefully everything was right. But everything we've discussed, since the 3 years, of some of the stuff that Mike was going over at the end, as far as working on yourself, your mindset. We all know the statistics of the lotto winners and whatnot, and that is not going to happen to us. I pray that it doesn't. But it's going to be a ride. It's going to be an emotional ride over the next few months, and just try to stay calm, breathe, get into your personal development. I know if you're not part of the level up call, I don't know what you're doing on Mondays, but get on the level up call. Marcus is going to be working with a smaller group as the next few weeks unfold. But with that, guys, I have nothing else, Micah. But again, listen to that event update call, and it's going to be pretty exciting.
All right, great. I know that people are asking about shares. Shares is obviously coming, but because we are in a sort of time frame now where there's going to be some Phoenix activity before shares, so we will focus on Phoenix through this time, and then we will re-engage and give some updates on shares soon after that. But we're not far away from that either. But for someone who's waiting for shares, there's obviously an opportunity with Phoenix. We're still selling Phoenix on the website, but that may disappear any moment. So just know that someone wants to get in. That might be a good idea to do so before it's over. So just kind of give you that heads up. But
St. Patrick's Day.
have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day tomorrow. If you celebrate that, wear green so you don't get pinched. But have a wonderful weekend. Thanks to everyone. Love to all, and we'll see you very soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. I'm going to unmute so everyone can ask all to unmute. Is that it? Okay, so if you want to say bye to everyone, go ahead.
Bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Love y'all.
Have a safe weekend.
Thank you,
Micah.
Cheers to everyone.
St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Great job.
Thank you, and
Have a
goodbye.
blessed day, everybody.
Job.
Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye.
Enjoy your day. Thank you.
Blessings.
Thanks
for next week.
Bye, everyone.
St. Patrick's Day music and everybody do it.
Bye, everyone.
Hindsight.
Group hug.
Go get that. Go get that heat, everyone. Go get that heat.
Awesome. Normally, even in a